develop unconditional love towards others on this planet when not everyone is doing the same thing in like reciprocation?
Excellent question. Well, first of all, we would say there is no such thing as unconditional love, for all love is unconditional. That is what love is. So if the thing that you or any calls love is really love, then it has no conditions or strings attached. And the Master Christ had some very accurate insight on this topic. It was his teaching that love is not love when it is given to those who love you back. In other words, the ones that are easy to love. Love is love when it is given to the one you might think of as your enemy, the difficult one, the obstinate one, the closed off, or the angry, or whatever the case may be. The one that gives nothing in return for your gracious compassion, your kind consideration. That is the one that has come to test your love, you see. And when you love that one, when you can look in their eyes and you see, oh, I see myself in that, and I love them, and I love myself, and I love myself even though I am like that, and that is in me. And so when you love that one, then you know you really love. And so your question was excellent. How do we love? How? Well, in every moment. Every moment the choice is to love or fear. Love or fear. When this vessel came into relationship with this gentleman here, she had all kinds of baggage. And there were many times she wanted to pack her bags and go. And packed her bags and almost went. But you see, the choice was to love or to fear. And the fear always will make you want to run, to withdraw, to fade into the woodwork, or to freeze. Fight, flight, fade, freeze. You know these from your psychological culture. You don't need to study these things, you see, but just be aware. And so when you feel that come over you, that wanting to withdraw, to be anywhere else but with this one, there is a choice there, you see, to fear or to love. Whatever feels like love in that moment, choose that. And then you are becoming the man that you so desire to be, my dear. And if you cannot love the other in that moment, the second choice that is preferable is to do what is loving for yourself in that moment, you see. So love the other, and when you cannot love the other, love yourself. For what you do that is loving for yourself is loving to the other, and what you do to love another is loving for yourself. And there is all kinds of thought in your culture. Some of it is wise and instructive and helpful, and a lot of it is not. And you see, there is lots of talk in your culture about boundaries. Well, you must set boundaries. Well, we think this is an excuse not to love people. That's what we think. And if you need an excuse not to love someone, you can always find it. Now, here is the more important truth that is a little more difficult to swallow, and it is this: when you don't love another, when you cannot love the one in front of you, it really is pointing to an inability to love and accept yourself. And so when you feel that discomfort of not being able to love yourself. And if you're not sure how to do that, then just let yourself be what you are in that moment and accept what you are in that moment. There were moments when this vessel had to tell the truth to herself. Yes, right now I'm just an angry, a bitter, controlling a bitch. Can I just be what I am? Yes. Right now I'm just going to be an angry, controlling, bitter bitch. That is what I am. And I love myself as that one. There are many, many different parts of you. Your scientist and psychologist are beginning to understand that everyone has multiple personalities. Personalities meaning parts. In other words, we're all crazy. No. What they are learning is that everyone is schizophrenic in the truest sense of the word. We all have various parts. Inside of you, you have a part that is a frustrated little boy or a sexually driven teenager or a bored with it all adult, and so many very other things that each of us can be. Enlightenment is when all those pieces get together and integrate back into the soul. In other words, they become friends. They love and accept. They love and accept all the parts. Integrate back into the whole, into the soul of who you are. And so the one you find hardest to love is that one that is mirroring back to you something about yourself that you just cannot accept. A part of yourself that you want to excommunicate, that you want to put in the closet and lock inside the junk closet, you see. And you want it to shut up and you don't want to hear from it. And so these ones that are hard to love, they are a gift to your life. And so you may set boundaries. You may remove yourself from relationships with these ones. And you may, in the doing so, miss out on a wonderful opportunity to face something in yourself that you have excommunicated and disrespected. You may miss out on an opportunity to love yourself. Did we answer your question?
Thank you very much.
Is another way of looking at unconditional love that when you're so full of love for yourself, it just bubbles out of you and is felt by anybody that comes in your field?
Yes, absolutely. You are love. You are the very essence of love. And so when you are unloving, there is something trying to cover that up, something of the personality, something of the ego. But it is not who you are. You are love. That is your essence. One of the greatest fallacies or misconception is that love is a thing to be found outside of oneself. We will tell you a story from a master upon the earth, Don Miguel Ruiz. Everything he has to say is worth hearing, but we will tell you a story of his about unconditional love. Let us pretend that you have a magical kitchen. And in your magical kitchen is everything necessary to cook anything your heart desires. And when you cook in this magical kitchen, the food is delightful. It is exactly what you were wanting. It fills you so perfectly, and it is so delicious. And not only that, but you have enough resources in this magical kitchen of yours that you can cook anything for anyone, and they will be completely satisfied. And there is no limit to the numbers of persons you can feed in your magical kitchen. That is you. That is each of you. Each of you is this one with this magical kitchen. Now let's pretend that someone knocks on your door and says, "Oh, I have a pizza for you. Would you like this pizza? It'll cost you, but you can take it from me." You would say, "Oh, no thanks. I have this magical kitchen. I have all the food I want. I can eat pizza, the very best pizza anytime I want it, fresh from the oven, exactly the way I like it. No thanks, I don't need your pizza." And you would send them on their way. But the way of the culture is that the soul is unaware of its magical kitchen, unaware, and is starving for love, unaware of the boundless love of the soul, this magical kitchen. And so when someone comes knocking and offers the pizza, oh yes, they are starving. Yes, they will eat the pizza. And the one at the door says, "Oh, I will be back again tomorrow with another pizza if you do what I say." If you be the way I need you to be, if you listen to me and do things my way, if you become what I want you to be, you can have the pizza. I will bring you one every day. You will never be hungry again. Every day I will be at your door with the pizza. And so the bondage begins, you see. But you are the magical kitchen. You have all the love that you need for yourself and for everyone in your life. You have it already. It is inherent in your being. It is a trick of the mind to tell you, well, you don't have time for relationship with that one or this one or the other. Or you just don't have the energy to love that one or this one or the other. They are too difficult. That is a trick of the mind. You see, the soul has infinite capacity to love. And when the soul meets another that needs love, it simply stretches and exudes more love. The sun never thinks to itself, well, I only have enough light for Africa today. Isn't that a shame? No, the sun emanates light enough for all. And this is the way you are, my dears. You have the capacity to love eternally, endlessly, and your heart can stretch. When this vessel was pregnant with the first and held the first in her arms, she thought, I've never felt love like this. I could never feel love like this again, until she had the second. And then the third. And somehow her heart magically stretched to include all three. And to love the third child took nothing away from the first. And to love the second took nothing away from the third or the first, you see. And real love is that way. When you love someone else, when you really love them, you do not feel drained. If you feel drained when you exert what you are calling love for another, then you're not really loving, my dear. Real love is boundless energy. And it is inexhaustible.
Is it true that in Sanskrit there's 20-some words for what we use the word love for, and here a love of a brother, or love of a lover, or love of a father, where we use the word love, the same word for all that, including love of a Toyota truck?
Yes, like loving ice cream.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Doesn't that disrespect the word?
Well, it is the way of all good things that an action is better than a word. And to emanate the energy of love is far more preferable than saying the word.